Okay, to find a percentage of a total amount in a real world situation, I'm going to use a variation of the percentage equation. The percentage equation, percent means per 100, so I have a number over 100 equals, now normally the percentage equation we'll use is over of, but I'm actually going to do part over total. Total is always on the bottom. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, suppose that an individual has a body fat percentage of 16.3% and weighs 151 pounds. How many pounds of his weight is made up of fat? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. Okay, so I look for the percentage first because that always goes over 100, so this right here. Then I look for the next number and I think, are they giving me a part of something or a whole? They're giving me the total weight, 151 pounds. And we're looking for that number there. So you're going to diagonally multiply the numbers that you know what they are. So 16.3 times 151 equals 2461.3. But you have to divide by the number that's not circled. Since you are dividing by 100 and 100 has two zeros, you go to the left 2 decimal spots. So your new decimal is right where my little X is. So that's 24.613. And the direction said round to the nearest tenth. Well, the number 10 has 1 0. So that means you want to decide what to do with the one number after the decimal point. So to decide that, you look at the number next to it. If that number is 5 or larger, this guy goes up. It's either going to stay or go up. But 1 is not greater than 5, so we're just going to leave it alone. So 24.6 pounds. So 24.6 pounds is made up of fat. Okay, for the next one, again, a file that is 235 megabytes, that's total, is being downloaded. If the download is 18.5, there's our percent sign, complete. How many megabytes have been downloaded? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. Okay, so we look for the percentage first because we're going to put that over 100. It's just the number in front of the percent sign over 100. And we had 239 megabytes total. The total always goes in the denominator. I'm going to cross multiply 18.5 times 239 is 4,421 and 5/10. You divide by the number that's not circled, but because you're dividing by 100 and 100 has two zeros, you move your decimal 2 places to the left. So you get 44.215. However, they said nearest tenth. A tenth has 1 0, so you want to look at the 1 number after the decimal. You want to decide if that stays or goes up. The number next to it is smaller than 5, so you're just going to leave it alone. So 44.2 megabytes. I'm not real sure. Okay. The chemist is using 352 milliliters of a solution of acid and water. So it's two things that are being combined. So that is the total amount. If 13.7% of the solution is acid, how many milliliters of acid are there? And write your answer to the nearest tenth. So again, look for the percent symbol first because the number that's in front of that is going to go over 100. Then you make your next fraction. The total is always going to go on the bottom. So I'm going to do 13 7/10 times 352 equals 4,822 and 4/10. You divide by the number that's not circled, which is 100 in this case. So move your decimal 2 places to the left. It's going to be right there. So 48.224. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. Tenth has 1 0, so you're looking at one number after the decimal, deciding what to do with that. Since the number next to that is less than 5, you're going to just leave it alone. So 48.2 milliliters of acid.